In this episode, how to fix your frame like a pro. And there it is. Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to fix wear mark and the dents in your frame. Dents meaning the ones on the bottom of your frame right here, which I've already done, so I'm not going to show you yet. We're going to fill this in and then buff it down. And this one is about, I measured it, it's 1/2 millimeter deep and it looks like hell. I'm going to show you how to fill these things in, sand them down, and I'm going to show you two different techniques. The first technique is going to be with this aluminum filler rod that has flux into it. So you can do it with propane or MAP gas. In my case, I'm going to use oxygen acetylene. Just because it heats up faster, you have to heat up the whole frame before you can start melting this in and filling it in. This is a shinier, little bit stronger aluminum, so it won't color match, but I'm going to Cerakote this whole frame. I will reveal the color in the next video.
Are you sure about that?
This video is about filling in your dents and making your frame look new again. On the other side, I'll go ahead and TIG it. I'll use my TIG welder and show you the TIG technique. But on this side, I'm going to do this. This will be a shinier, less color match of aluminum. The TIG will be closer to a color match. But most of you don't have a TIG welder. So that's why I'm going to do this with MAP gas and acetylene. In my case, acetylene. MAP gas just takes longer and you'll end up using about 1/3 to 1/2 a bottle of your MAP gas. And I don't want to do that. I want to do this a little bit quicker. But for you guys that want propane torque, so I did do a little bit on the underneath with propane. So we're going to leave the flame a little bit cooler and we've got to heat the frame up. Okay. Now, while this is heating up, I'll tell you guys, I'm going to be starting this YouTube channel as a non-profit YouTube channel. Non-profit meaning when I reach 500 subscribers, you guys subscribe and you guys want to save money, or you guys that don't have any money and don't have certain privileges of owning all the tools, you can send me your frame and I will make it look like new again at no charge.
You serious?
I'm dead serious.
You ship it to me, I'll even pay the shipping to ship it back to you. This is me giving back to the community, paying things forward. As you watch my videos and you get to know me better, we can email each other. I take dents out of pipes, no charge. You guys get everything for free.
Are you kidding me?
I'm a retired electrical contractor.
Sure you are.
I want to help the sport grow. You're going to have me to do this work for you. I've worked on pro bikes for 40 years. I've worked alongside of some of the biggest mechanics. I've worked with pro racers. My son raced pro. I do suspension work. Where we go from this to this to this. All types of work. So as you guys get to see my work, you guys can send your stuff out, and in turn what I get out of it, I get to make a YouTube video mentioning your name and what we're doing for you, and I ship it back to you. Okay, you can see how the puddle just follows along. I want the frame to be super hot. It just oxidizes on top, and then of course we're getting, I don't have this totally level So we got to get it to cool down. That's the other thing. This has to be really level because this stuff melts like solder. So we're just a little too hot. So I got to let this cool. Not too hot there. This where map gas could be a plus because I got the frame hot enough now. There we go. That's higher. And right here could use right there. And it dropped back down here at the top. So again, being level is important. I thought I could get away with it, which I can, but I want this just high enough. That should do it. So typically it's not built up too high, but I'm going to go with a 36 grit flap wheel, and then I'll go to a 240. This one's not marked, but it's 240. Now we'll go to the 240 grit. We're at with a straight edge. It's good. I'll bring out the secret weapon. This, I believe it's a 80 or 100 grit flap wheel with that Scotch-Brite in. Okay, you can't see it, I'm sure, but this, I feel nothing here. I don't feel anything. Maybe a slight, very slight hump right there, very slight. Okay, it's gone. Even using my fingernail, I feel nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is perfectly smooth. But you see the color difference? This is actually a harder aluminum, that rod. Believe it or not, it's harder. You can feel it when you're sanding. It grips here and it wants to bounce off of here. But with the color difference, it's not going to look great when you put your bike back together unless you don't mind. But I'm going to Cerakote this thing, and you guys stay tuned because it's going to be a badass color. We'll get to the other side and I'll attempt to TIG it just so you can see the color difference. Here we are on the other side. I forgot to mention, use a brand new stainless steel brush and really scrub this out. See, there's aluminum dust right there, all dirty. I'll take a little bit of acetone, clean this out. Okay, this is my Tigger. So I'm going to go ahead and TIG this off camera because you guys won't see anything because I don't have a lens for this GoPro. I use 40-43. 3/32 is all I have. I could use a little bit thinner, but this is fine. TIG this up and then we'll sand it down so you can see the color difference. What we got, so not the prettiest weld, but again it's just filler. I might have a low spot right there, but I'll just do it again if it is. Get this bad boy out here. I'll just go ahead and try the 240 grit since it's not too high. Yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is kick Murphy's ass when I die. Look at that. Low spot right there. Little bit of a low spot there. So let's fix that. Okay, you can just barely see it. It's blemished here. I gotta let the aluminum cool because it doesn't sand well when it's really hot. And there it is. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. Right? Here's the outline. But as you can see, it's a much better color match. And amazingly, this aluminum filler is softer than the MAP gas acetylene rod. But you can see I got this just smooth, perfectly matched. Got the grain to match if you want to keep your frame looking the same. Okay, so here we are with the bottom rails. You can see there's a deep scratch on the left rail and this small dent on the right. We're going to go ahead and clean it up really good. I'm using the MAP gas. I already heated up this part of the frame. I got the rod touching the frame, got the flame on the frame. It wants to melt. If I put it on the rod, it'll melt a little bit of the rod, but it's not really sticking to the frame because the frame's not hot enough yet. Now, if you hold it here long enough, the frame will get hot enough. It will work. I just get impatient and I want this to go a little bit quicker, obviously, because you and I don't want to sit here and watch this for 15 minutes getting the rails hot enough. So we're going to go ahead and eventually here I'm going to switch to the acetylene torch. This is doable with MAP gas. You just got to really heat up. The whole frame is a heat sink, so you're having to heat up that entire rail in order for this one spot to get really hot enough to melt the aluma weld. Acetylene, I just don't have the patience for the MAP gas, but MAP gas does work. Just got to heat that whole rail up. Now, it's already hot, but not quite hot enough. I've got my torch adjusted here a little too hot also. Wasn't paying attention to the tip of my torch. That flame should be, the white part should be a little bit longer. You'll see that it heats the frame and this weld up much quicker. I really did these rails before I did the upper part. See here where it's imperative that the part you're welding is level and flat. I've got this obviously at an angle and this thing's just starts flowing downhill, but I'll fill this in and let's move forward. All I did was cause myself more pain in having to grind more, take more time. You see here I'm grinding in the center of the rail because at the manufacturer, when they bend these rails, it gets a little bit of an indentation in the center of the rail. That's why I'm kind of contouring it to make it match. And as you can see, that aluma weld rod sticks really good. Oh, as we've learned our lesson here, I've got this thing just about as level as it should be. It looks like it could be tilted slightly more to the right, but we'll see when we start melting this. And I love the oxygen acetylene because it heats the whole frame up much quicker. You can tell because, like, see, it's not hot enough right now. It's balling up. Once it gets hot enough, it'll pool out nice and smooth. And again, I like to push that rod in, get that flux in there so we get a real good adhesion. Looks like, yeah, I'm still tilted a little bit too much to the left. See how that just puddles in, fills in, beautiful, sticks amazing. And we just fill that in right there. That's it. That was quick and easy, but that was a shallow dent. So to clarify, guys, is once I get to 500 subscribers, I'm gonna start taking names. You guys leave your first name, middle initial, last name in case there's a whole bunch of John Joneses out there. What type of bike you own, what is it you would like to have done with it, and we'll put you in the lottery and we'll start drawing names at 500 subscribers. And as this channel makes money, every penny is going to the subscribers. Every penny. And I'll be able to prove that as we go. We'll be able to do if you want some custom porting, port both 2 strokes, 4 strokes. If you just want, say, dents in your pipe taken out or your frame welded or whatever, the way we'll work it is you ship what you want done. If you want a new top end, you're going to have to ship your whole motor, and that's going to cost money to ship it to me. But all shipping returns, the channel will pay for. So this is going to be a channel that pays the subscribers back, period. 100%. Again, put your name, your first name, your middle initial, your last name, the type of bike you own, and what you'd like to have done to it. Do you want some powder coating done? I do amazing powder coating. I'll show that in another video. Of course, Cerakote and top ends. You need a new crank, whatever it takes. As the channel makes money, the money goes back to the subscribers. It's that simple. What do I get out of it? I get to make videos. So if your name's John Smith and you've been chosen for a new top end on your YZ250 or YZ250F, we'll do a video of taking the motor apart. While I have it apart, I'll at the very least clean and match the ports, polish the exhaust if it needs it, and clean everything up. Put the new piston rings in, whatever it takes. If it's a 450F, we'll check the valves clearance, and put the motor back as good as new, if not better than new. Better than new meaning if you want some mods and make this engine sing, we can do that. You know, maybe you need new rims, or maybe you want your hubs powder coated to the color match of your bike. Like a Yamaha will do like a really cool emerald blue on the hubs, and take it apart, powder coat it, polish the spokes, maybe powder coat the rim to match, and put that back together. That'll be trick. You'll see that in this CR250 that we're building. I'll show you the engine's done. We'll get that in a video. We're just getting ready to order a new carburetor for it. That'll be a little bit of a surprise. You guys will be blown away by this bike as it progresses. All we're trying to do is develop this channel that will be one of the very rare channels that does all the work for the subscribers. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be exciting, actually, to see what different people want done to their bikes. I think it's going to be pretty spectacular. All you have to do is subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, maybe just give us a like. This is going to be the channel of subscribers. I guess YouTube's saying that we may not make money until we get to 1,000 subscribers. The more subscribers we get, and this could happen within a week, if we get everybody on board forward. Stay tuned, subscribe right now, and let's let the fun begin. This is going to be really, really a great deal. Thank you for subscribing, guys, and don't forget to put your name in the comments. We'll see you soon on the next one.
Things gonna happen for me. I'm Joe Dirt.